you scan the barcode on it, then you scan your driver's license, you're ready to go.
Okay, can I do my vlog intro now?
Oh my god.
You're not gonna roll up this window?
Huh? Well, I mean, if you want, just make the turn first.
Okay.
Well, I have to be patient.
Talk about windspeeds in that area. At least 300 acres have burned already, and in this area.
You can be a little bit more aggressive.
Ryan, I don't want to make your body like leave your soul leave your body today from a car crash. We're gonna do it through oneness of mind.
All right, here we go. I think it's gonna be episode 17. Okay. If that happens, like throughout the entire vlog, it's gonna be super distracting. Just kidding. It doesn't matter. Okay. What up, internet? RynoRyder's vlog, episode 17, baby. I am here with Kevin Kolb, Bing, and Joseph. I don't even know your last name.
Forgani.
Oh yeah. We recently began following each other on Instagram. It was a special moment. Anyway, we're headed out to Palmdale, California, and to capture some footage of for real estate thing that we're doing, that we're taking the machine and applying it to that world in order to help becoming a successful real estate agent easier for everyone for the year 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed?
Because video content for real estate agents is big time. You need Connie or you're not relevant.
You need
that's why we're building the machine right there.
It's true. So anyway, I'm gonna do an all car in episode for this one. So maybe we'll cut in a little bit of footage like when we're doing it, but I'm gonna keep it all in car. I'm gonna think of questions to bring up, and then we'll document the answers from these two gentlemen, and maybe we'll all get to learn a little bit more about each other.
Well,
Kev, this is the first time Joseph and I have been in the field. I mentioned this earlier, but this is the first time you and I are out in the field together.
Well, it's going to be a group of powerful soldiers on the field today. We're going into battle and we're going to take them down.
Okay. All right.
Kick their heads in and their teeth are going to fly out. We're going to get all the Connie.
All right. Yeah, that's in theory that's the excitement that's going on. It's great. Anyway, update you soon. As soon as we get on the freeway and get on track and get going later. Okay, so we're gonna do an update. Kevin and I just got really deep for the last 30 minutes. I want to know what Joseph's take on everything we've been talking about for the last 30 minutes is. Joseph, go.
You're both slightly crazy, but not wrong. That's what I think.
Slightly crazy, but not wrong. I will take it.
Yeah.
I will absolutely take it.
The crazy people change the world, baby.
Yeah.
Saw the strangest thing in the sky today, and the light in my eyes took away all my pain, and the voice in my head singing songs from the dead. Tried
my
to put
yoga
it in words,
instructor.
but it couldn't be said.
And she used to work at the Psychic Abilities Center in UCLA. Study a lot of
Don't know, you should be letting go. Don't know, you should be letting go.
Here we are in beautiful Lancaster / Palmdale, California. Joseph is still with us.
I'm not dead yet.
Not dead yet. We were just talking about Snapchat. If you are on Snapchat, what are your habits? What do you watch? And Joseph, how can they add us to Snapchat? Should we just pop up like our Snapchat little?
We can put our snap code in, so like a picture of that.
Yeah.
They can just.
And then they what? Have to screen grab it?
Yeah, and then they can take their phone out and grab the snap code and immediately just add us.
Okay, so I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
I have some editing to do. I'm forcing myself.
Yeah, that-
but I'm gonna put your snap code right here, Bing, and I'm gonna put mine right here, and then we're gonna see what happens.
All right.
If we get one person to do it, like that's a success, right?
I think so.
Yeah. You can put mine on there too.
Oh, okay. Now I'll put Kevin's.
I feel left out.
I'll put Kevin's right here. Pay attention to the road, Kev. Don't kill us. All right, so we're headed to go meet up with my cousin and go look at a real estate house. It'll all make sense in the future.
Ryan's buying a house.
No, I'm not. What up, internet? So, a little bit of a hiccup there. We couldn't get into the first house, but we are going to another listing, so we'll be able to get inside. It's vacant and get a bunch of footage from there. For those of you that are watching this right now, if you're really concerned that Joseph still isn't with us, I've got good news. He's right there. Okay. But I wanted to pull up the camera, and what were we just talking about? We were talking about...
Well, so there were dogs in this backyard, and then a lawn care crew came out, and they revved up their engines with the weed eater. It was windy. We couldn't get a shot of the front of the house, so it was like we kept trying to adapt. And they say filmmaking is just about adapting constantly. Like it'll never work out as plans, but like this one felt like nothing was working out. But hey, we tried to get what we could, and we were able to do that, just getting all the shots surrounding. And now we're going to a new listing. Hopefully this one's better.
Going to a new listing, and I mean the fact that we'll be able to get inside can be better. And then we revamped and planned for a plan of action for what we're going into. We're not just going into, we're adapting, but we're changing our plan at the same time. We're adjusting our plan so we can maximize.
I wasted 30% of my gimbal battery.
We're 30% down, but we're 100% in it.
Down, but 100% in it, baby. All right, we'll see you soon.
Valley, and I hope to see you guys soon. That would
There it is.
I didn't like it. Let's try.
Oh, okay.
Let's try.
She's a
I'm
perfectionist.
ready to help you.
Yeah.
Valley. Come on.
Well, she's. All right, boys. Another successful day of Connie creation.
I would say so.
We're like 2 for 2 right now. You realize that?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right
Disneyland, and then real estate, and then just wait what's coming up next.
Mhm.
Ooh,
That's-
baby!
That's the good one.
That's the good stuff.
So now you gotta like, comment, subscribe to make sure you stay in tune for that good one.
That's right, baby.
Exactly.
Heading back to the office, gonna do a little podcast with Steve Stern. See you later.
Many of your listeners and viewers may or may not know,
There's probably 9 of them now.
9 of them,
Yeah.
which is a great number. They probably do not know that Disney, several years ago, bought Marvel Comics. So Marvel Comics is out here, okay? Now, DC Comics has been owned for decades by Warner Brothers, so they're out here, okay? And so the fulcrum, the driving force of comics is right
down
here,
here.
is right here, as is the film industry.
Right.
But it wasn't always that way, because for many, many decades, Marvel and DC were in Manhattan. That's all shifted here now. In fact, about 2 years.
Oh, I guess when they were acquired.
Well, when Marvel was acquired by Disney,
yeah.
they're here, and a few years ago, DC finally made the move and consolidated and brought all of their New York operation here. So it's all here. So the balance of power has really
So here's an
shifted.
interesting thing. I read the market like a movie, like I fucking know it, right? So I was just reading this yesterday, maybe a few days ago. Steven Spielberg is going to direct a DC superhero movie.
Yeah.
Let me say that again. Steven Spielberg is going to direct a DC superhero movie. Now, to Joe Schmo, whatever, like that mean whatever. To me, I see that. That's a strong chess move by Warner and DC.
It is.
Because they've been getting their face beat up. And they
By Marvel.
they are able to get the greatest living director right now to do one of their movies. You think and because their problem has been there's too many, in my opinion, for the DC movies.
Yeah.
The reason they're failing is there's just too many pots in the pan. They moved too fast. You know what I mean? They tried to jump on it right away, and so they just haven't let
Right.
artistic freedom. You know what I mean? Like, and Zack Snyder's been off and more, but it's like let him do his whole version. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Right.
Anyway, Steven Spielberg will not have that problem.
No.
He has. I mean, he's been crescented in. He's been grandfathered in since the 70s.
Right.
Right. So I'm actually very curious about how that movie's
Oh yeah.
going, especially coming off his success of Ready Player One, which was very youth
Absolutely.
driven. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So.
Oh yeah, we could talk for. Oh, I could talk for hours, which we will not. Just about how the Marvel movies have so succeeded and the DC movies have not. Now they have had some serious success, like Wonder Woman, and having a female director on that is going to, of course, be a sequel. But without getting into the weeds of why DC has not really optimized their cinematic universe, we'll just hope that with Spielberg and with the future, they'll get their act
Well,
together.
the reason I think it's such a strong chess move is that I think Marvel's deflated. I mean, they're inflating, but they only have so much hot air to go. Like,
Yeah.
their quality is good. Like, who directed the last Avengers movie? It made $1 billion. Who cares? Who directed the last Avengers movie? Nobody knows.
Right, it's two brothers, but I
Yeah,
don't know their
yeah.
names.
I mean, I know what it is, but but you know what I'm saying? It's like I mean, when the trailer for whatever the comic book character is, it's
Yeah.
I forget the name, but it's like it's set like in like World War II, and it's like he's like a World War II pilot or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like right up his like kind of alley
Yeah.
of nostalgia and stuff like that. But the trailer's gonna say a Steven Spielberg film.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Solo didn't say a Ron Howard film.
Right.
Like I don't know. I see those things and they make perfect sense. Like I understand like the moves and stuff. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, Ron Howard came on in the middle of that. There was some kind of strange
100%.
scenario
But to
going on.
not so
Why
so
not?
they like just forget about it. Use Ron Howard's name.
Well, I don't know.
Own
why
up
they
to
did- I
your
don't know
mistake of
why they
firing
didn't.
whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right.
They're not credited. You
They're
know?
not. So, right, but well, they didn't do it, but whatever. But let's face it,
I love
though.
this.
Me too. The most successful genre of movies today is without question comic book movies.
Yes.
And, I mean, what else compares?
Okay.
Rom-coms. What
Right.
other genre comes anywhere near? Nothing.
Nothing.
Because Black Panther's success, Infinity War, $1 billion in a few days, nothing comes near it.
Right.
So
But okay, so like your experience and outlook on it, that boat's gonna ship eventually.
eventually,
Or
but
boat's gonna ship. That boat's gonna sink eventually.
but it's already been going on over a decade, hasn't it?
But it's peaking.
It's peaking
It's
right
like
now.
every great empire crumbles, but at their
Eventually,
greatest. Yeah.
But I think
How many more years do you think they got? I think they got 5 to 10 more years.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But 5 to 10 years is a nice window.
And I think DC with this Spielberg move, DC might capitalize on the next 2 to 4.
Absolutely.
You know, maybe shake Marvel's tree a little bit and get them back
Yeah.
on pace, and then eventually,
Well,
whatever
it's
happens
interesting.
is gonna, you know what I mean? Like we're
Yeah.
not watching movies anymore in the theater, so who cares? Or I don't know.
Exactly.
Whatever the future
Well, it
is.
kind of mirrors the comic book war that has forever gone on.
It's
between
interesting,
Marvel
isn't
and
it?
DC, right? 1 year it's Marvel, then it's
And I grew up
DC.
as a kid reading comic books, and I was like, "You read DC?
Yeah. Ooh.
Loser,
Yeah,
loser."
of course.
Like, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to read the and let's be honest. I mean, Marvel's characters are far more interesting. The comic books. You know what I
No
mean?
question.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
question.
But so we were always right in our Marvel versus DC argument.
But there are people who are.
But people have been
DC
passionate
fanatics,
like for
you know?
generations, probably even now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's super interesting to see that placate and kind of spill out into.
Yeah.
I mean, there's always been superhero movies, right? But
Oh yeah, I mean
but-
there were superhero movies in the 30s and 40s.
yeah, I got an idea. Let's do a little tangent. Joseph. Yeah. Where the fuck did everybody go?
I think they all went to sleep.
Oh, it's so 2 days in a row now, just you and me shutting down, holding down the fort.
It's because, you know what, you and I want a $1 billion company, Ryan.
3 billion, bitch.
$3 billion company.
By the way, check out No Sweat. They dropped off a bunch of hats for us, and I've been rocking one all day. I'm gonna link that shit up in the bio. Joseph, what should everybody do that's watching this?
Like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right. RynoRyder's Vlog, episode 017. Go make a movie, bitch. RynoRyder out! I get so violent at the end of my...